only way they're leaving off that field is in a body bag. What's up, guys? It's your boy Philly Halftime. I normally talk about the Eagles and the Phillies in the World Series, but I'm going to try something a little different now. I want to talk about a little of the Eagles' history, things you might not know about them. If you like videos like this, be sure to hit that like button. If you want to see more in the future, just let me know. In the NFL draft, the Eagles' co-founder is the one that started the NFL draft. He was the first one to do it, to come up with it. Because in the 1930s, players would only go to people that were going to give out the most money, or they were going to, whoever's going was winning championships. Bart Bell went up to the NFL and said, yo, we need to start doing a draft, and so everybody has a chance to get these players. And that's how the draft actually started. In World War II, there was a shortage of players. Eagles and the Steelers got and bonded together because they were having there wasn't enough players for two different teams because of World War II. So the Steelers and the Eagles got together and called them the Steagles. In 1948, in the NFL championship game, there was a blizzard. So some fans got to see the game for free if they had came and shoveled. And then it took the Eagles, and as right now it was, at that time it was the Chicago Cardinals, which now is Arizona, to clean off the field. So Leonard Toast owned the Eagles, and he had to sell because he had a gambling problem. And he owed a lot of money to Atlantic City. It was ported up to like $65 million that he sold the team for, and he owed in gambling fees like over more than $25 million. But he was forced to sell the team. Now we have the Bounty Bowl. In 1989, with the Dallas Cowboys, Buddy Ryan put a bounty on Dallas's kicker and quarterback. That's what Jimmy Johnson was crying about and said. So that's how we got to the Bounty Bowl. And the Eagles threw snowballs at Jimmy Johnson after that game because he kept on saying that the Eagles put a bounty on his team. If your team didn't get 90% fans in the crowd, then your team did not get the right to be on TV. So they had blackouts during them years. They're not going to, they don't do that now, but they had blackouts. Now, TVs just pay for all the rights to play the games. Now we had Fog Bowl. Now, before Buddy Ryan got here, he was the defensive coordinator for the Chicago Bears. And he left there to become the head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, Buddy Ryan made this defense of the Eagles. They were dominating. I mean dominating, guys. I mean, they were hurting people. This defense was hard hitting. It was were knocking your head off defense. And then we have Randall Cunningham, and we had a good offense. Now, Fogbowl, this year, everybody was saying the Eagles were supposed to go to the Super Bowl in the 80s, all right? And it was so real what happened. We was already, during the game, we was already going against the refs. The refs were just calling penalties like crazy. And then this heavy fog come down.
It's very disappointing. I mean, we saw one half of the game and we're not getting the other half.
And you couldn't see your hand in front of your face. I don't know how they played the game. And they shouldn't have played the game. They should have had a delay. But they kept playing. And that's when you see Randall Cunningham going like this to the sideline, saying, I can't see. That's so when you see that with Randall Cunningham, he couldn't see in front of his face, and he's telling the sideline, I can't see who's out there or where's anything going on. But the Eagles were supposed to go to the Super Bowl. Chicago ends up winning. But we had to go against the refs, then the fog comes in. Now, this day and age, if the lights go out, they'll have a delay. But they didn't do it for the Eagles back in the day. Then you had what everybody calls the body bag game in 1990. Now, the Washington Redskins beats the Eagles their first game. When we went to play that day, a reporter was talking to Buddy Ryan, and Buddy Ryan said the only way they're leaving off that field is in a body bag. So they get into play. All right? And this was, when you watch this game, I'm telling you guys, you thought the Eagles were going to actually kill someone. They were hurting people left and right. 9 players from Washington got put out. 2 quarterbacks got put out. They had to go with Brian Mitchell. He was the punt returner. And the Eagles was just destroying Washington. Destroying them. They were hurting people left and right, and how they were hitting. This is why you're not allowed to hit the way you hit these days. Eagles really put that I'm going to pound you in your face mentality. Then Buddy Ryan got fired. I think it was the next year. But they put guys out in that game. I think there was 4 that just got carried off, 3 that was on the cart, and 1 guy hit the stretcher. So, I mean, what I can remember. I mean, when you watched the game, you couldn't believe how bad the defense was destroying Washington. But Washington was they were our rivals. We didn't like Washington. Washington didn't like us. We were playing to hurt each other. But the Eagles just dominated in that game. It was a crazy game to be watching. If you guys like hearing a little about the Eagles' history, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button so you know when I put out new content. What's a piece of football history that you think I don't know? If you want me to do more in-depth videos on any of the other football games, let me know, and I'll catch you on the rebound.